Yeah, I think I definitely thought about wanting to do my own thing before I heard about XRecruiter. The timing was obviously really good in my instance, but I think you've already got to sort of have that mindset that you want to do it, and then XRecruiter can sort of just kick that into gear and get the ball rolling on it. I think the biggest concern going out on your own is just managing all the unknowns, and I think that's a big part that you guys do. You try and sort of minimize all of that, particularly around sort of administration, marketing, invoicing, all that sort of stuff, so that really your job is to recruit. But like anything, I think just the unknowns, solely because you've never done it before, can I do it, all that sort of stuff. I wouldn't say I was in the best financial position, like a couple $1,000s. I think a lot of people have this thing in their head, like I need to have 50 grand in the bank to go and start a business. It's not like that at all. You just need to get the basics set up and just get straight to it. So not that much at all. I didn't have any issues with a non-compete, my circumstance personally. I've had them in the past. In my opinion, they're worth like the weight of paper that they're printed on. It's a little audacious to even think that a client can be a certain businesses, but like people buy from people at the end of the day. Like I've had them in the past. They sort of are a bit of a scare tactic at the start and then fizzle out from there. So yeah, not too fazed by that. I wouldn't say it took too long at all, maybe a couple months, 2 or 3 months, and maybe the main reason why it took so long is because I sat down and did like a full meeting with your guys' web development team. I literally sat down with them, the project manager, and customized my entire website. Like there's not a single bit on my website that wasn't designed by myself. So obviously there's a lot of back and forth there, but obviously the end result was amazing. I think everything else, you get it up and running pretty quick. The main thing is the website, but again, it's up to you what you want to do with it. I opted to literally do an entirely customized website, and I think it probably took a little bit longer than what it would if you just wanted to get something up quick smart. My first month in XRecruiter, this is actually a pretty good story. I didn't do a single placement, just went into a new market, spent a lot of time getting my name out there, booking in meetings, going to see people. So I actually made no money, which is probably the worst and best thing that could happen to you, because in the back of your head you're going, like, what have I done? But it was just all part of the process, knuckled down, just kept on turning up every day, and then I think made 39 grand the second month. Got 30K for the month, and I was just like, we're away now. Feeling of getting the first invoice paid, obviously in my situation, firstly a relief, but secondly, pretty good feeling. The way you start thinking about what you can do outside of work and all that sort of stuff just gets flipped on its head, because you've all of a sudden just got these abundant amounts of money coming in. The way, like, you just start planning stuff in your head, your goals start skyrocketing about what they actually look like. It changes a lot in your life. The biggest month in Halisoft, I mean, it's obviously still just myself, but I think sort of Q3 last year, I think it was like close to 100K, 96, 97K, which, you put that into perspective. Yeah, I felt like Jordan Belfort. The biggest difference, I think, and it's probably one of the main things that you've got to have if you're going to do this, is the self-accountability, in the sense that there's no manager sort of spurring you on. You've got to ride yourself. It's you versus you type thing. So you've got to make sure that you turn up every day, and I think writing sort of short, medium, long-term goals is really important. Sometimes you might get a little bit sidetracked, and you quickly get yourself back on track. Remember why you're sort of doing it, but you've definitely got to be driven, because, I mean, besides you guys, there's no one else really sort of spurring you on. You've got to really ride yourself. I think the hardest part, especially when you start out, is to not let negative results sort of snowball into something bigger than what they are. Especially when you're starting out, it's already a new environment. You have one or two decisions not go your way, and it's very easy to sort of drop your bundle or want to sort of throw in the towel. I just think you did this for a reason. You're obviously good at what you do. One or two bad results don't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. You're just going to make sure, again, you just get straight back on the horse and keep going, keep trusting the process. Yeah, I think like another benefit of being a part of the XRecruiter, I guess you could call a family, is being able to come into the office space with all the other agency owners. Everyone sort of spurs each other on. It's not an environment of secrecy or anything like that. It's sort of, we're all doing the same thing, let's motivate each other. All like-minded individuals that want the best for not only themselves but for everyone around them, and it's a super motivating environment, definitely. If I was to start another agency again, I think I would definitely use XRecruiter. The reason being, there's so many things that you need to get into place when you're starting out, and I think the main value add is time. People probably wouldn't think that to be the answer, but when you're a one-man band and you're trying to recruit and you've also got to look after 7 or 8 different other things, sometimes you only get to recruit for 2 hours. Like, I've done that in the past, and I think the value out of just stick to recruitment, we'll look after everything else, would put anyone that wanted to start an agency in a good position, because you're spending more time doing stuff that's going to bring money into your business, as opposed to playing Mr. Fix-It or chasing up invoices or worrying about anything that's not going to generate revenue for your company. Yeah, purely from that perspective alone, I think it's a no-brainer.